Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your March 17th to the 31st, 2022 reading for you, money and career reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Cancer, March 17th to the 31st, 2022 Cancer, money and career. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. We have the Page of Cups, we have the Page of Swords, and we have the Three of Swords. It's very interesting. It's almost like this is a time of healing. This is a time of moving away from a lot of doubts and fears that we've had around money, which makes perfect sense if we look at the state of the world, if we look at everything that we're going through, the prices rising, everything like that. There is a reason to be worried, right? And so we can see the Three of Swords coming forward very profoundly, also with everything, that has been going on and that is going on. But also the Three of Swords is that we're naming the hurts and the pains that we've been through in work, in life, and we're saying, no more are you defining me. And we're going to be a student, a lot of ourselves, right? Because we're represented by the cups in the minor arcana. We're going to be a student of what we want and what we desire. We're going to be finding that inspiration or ideas and clarity comes from the most unlikely of places. And then we're also going to find that we're a student of the way that we want to speak, the way that we want to move things forward. We're looking at new ideas. We're looking at the way that we want to move forward in our lives. And that's going to be a very big deal for us because it's almost a sense of, I'm not listening to your rules anymore. I'm not listening to how you've beaten me down. I am listening to where I need to be. And this is the time where we're going to surprise ourselves with the way that we can move forward, with what inspires us, with, what we're looking at. And it leads us to the energy that we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. And this is the Four, that makes perfect sense. This is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is this vampiric energy around money, around success. There's almost a sense here of like, how can I be successful? Like he left me or she left me, or how can I be successful because I'm not in the career that I wanted to be in? There's something here that has to do with a tragedy, with something that has felt like our wealth has been locked away, that we have been separated from what really makes us prosperous or bountiful or where we really want to be within our own lives. So, excuse me. So that's going to be very important to acknowledge that energy, but also not to let that energy tear us apart or, take away from the bounty that is a part of us, because the vampiric energy, we're going to be cutting ties and it's going to be rather severe. Our our chakra energy is angels and spirit guides show me clearly, is Mother Earth. This is the Earth Star chakra. There's nurturing, there's connection, there's, a deeper sense of what we desire and where we want to be that is opening up to us. And so Mother Earth is coming in and it's opening up the door. It's saying, this is what you want. And we're going to feel like some sort of wisdom coming through connecting with the earth, through being outside, through also just letting ourselves be ourselves, not saying, oh, I have to be this way for this person or that way for that person. It's like, no, but this is me and this is how I'm going to be, period, like end stop. I'm embracing where I want to be within my life and for myself. It then leads us to our angel and spirit message. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. And this is the teacher. So our message from our angels in our spirit is you would do well to read more or otherwise learn about those who have worked diligently to attain what you seek and succeeded. So here, this is the student energy coming in. When I was reading this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the student energy. So I almost wanted to stop, right? And say, this is the student energy coming in. We are going to be drawn to people who are doing what we want to do. Now, the fact of the matter is we have to be very mindful of not completely copying what they do or what they've done, because it's what makes them successful. It's what made them who they are. We have to be able to stand out. And that's the energy that's around here. That's the energy that was shown with Mother Earth coming forward. So let's see, as we go deeper into the tarot, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. We have the 8 of air. Makes perfect sense. Ooh, goodness. We then have strength, call, which is judgment, the star, the 3 of wands, and the king of water, which is us. We're coming through as the king, as this power, as this prosperity, as this intention, as this determination. And this is where we should start, because actually it's at the beginning and the end. It's like bookends. So here, it's the 8 of air, right? The 8 of swords. There's something here that's keeping us held back, even though we are so strong, even though we have such power to us. It's almost like we don't believe it. And if we don't believe it, how the heck can we get there? So the king of cups, the king of cups is saying to us, there's prosperity and power. Take it. This is who you are. You are mighty. You are strong. You are powerful. You are determined. Open up this door. And it brings us to the strength card. We are stronger than we think we are. We're going to write ourselves off way too quickly and way too easily here, Cancer. And embracing our strength, embracing what we desire, embracing, how we move forward is going to be just powerful. It really is, to say, I am strong. And just to say that to ourselves, I am strong, I am successful, I am bountiful, because doors are opening. And as the doors open, as our ships come in, as we see new opportunities, new ideas coming forward, we're answering this higher call. It's almost like our angels, our spirit guides have been guiding us, have been saying to us, pay attention. I'm teaching you, look at this. And we haven't been. And yet what we're going to see now is like, oh, but this is what I needed to do. Like, I didn't realize it. And it brings us to the star. It brings us to just this sense of a wish coming true. It brings us to a sense of focusing on what we dream, on what we really want, on what's truly important to us. Also, getting out of our own head is going to be so important, because we have all this beauty here. We have all these positive major arcana cards, right? Us coming through in the court cards. We have the 3 of wands, that opening up of the door. And yet we have the 8 of swords. It's like, I can't possibly. And the question is, why? Why can't we? It moves us then to go and get more clarity from the tarot. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. We have the Page of Pentacles, again, student energy. The 6 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, air sign energy. We have the 5 of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. I love that we end with the Ace of Pentacles. And again, bookends, right? So there's the beginning and the ending coming forward. We are a student of our prosperity, but we're being given this gift, and we're looking at new ways, new ideas that are inspiring us, that are moving us forward. And we're like, oh, well, why not this? Or, oh, why not that way? And so we take this gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, and we step into a new segment of our lives. We step into a new prosperity, a new bounty, a new insight, a new idea. And it brings us then to this place where we are determined. We're like, I am clear-minded. I know what it is that I want. We're going to see ourselves connecting with an energy. I want to say Gemini energy. So it doesn't have to necessarily be Gemini, but just know that this person comes through. They have a way with words. They have a dry, cunning wit. And there's going to be the sense of they help us. They're like, well, why not this, or why not that, or why not look at it this way? And they're so strong in certain areas and yet weak in others. So just be mindful of that. And we're going to be so determined, so inspired by their ideas, but also by the way that we can take those ideas and kind of run with them on our own. And it leads us to this place where we look at a lot of the disappointments that we have had before. It's like, change your mind, change your life. Change your mind, change your life. Look in the other direction. Because if we keep on looking at what we've failed at what isn't going right, we'll never move. And we'll just perpetuate the Eight of Swords, right? The sense of, I'm stuck, I'm overwhelmed, I can't get to where I want to be, I'm not meant to be a success. And Spirit's saying here, that's an absolute lie. So being mindful of this, turning around in our own inner dialogue is going to be so important. And we're going to be taking the knowledge that we accumulate and we're going to be moving forward. Our angels are going to be guiding us. But there's a real sense of like, okay, now I have to move to where I feel comfortable, to what's right for me, because we're cutting through doubts and fears and negativity. And we're seeing ourselves really embracing our throat chakra, really embracing our words, looking at things and being much more fierce and much more decisive with what we say, really standing up for ourselves. It moves us then to more information from the tarot. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have then Judgment, and we have the Six of Cups. We're rising out of kind of roles we have been in since childhood, ways that we thought we should be or how we thought we should be since we were little. And there's just this real sense of, now I'm rising into the power that I need for myself. Now I'm rising into the place that I've always known I was meant to be in. And we're just going to be much more free with ourselves, much more open, much more determined, much more insightful. And that's going to be something that changes the game. And as it changes the game, as it opens up the door, we start to say, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can do this. And so during this time, we're going to find that there's so much more to us than we thought there was. You know, there's so much more prosperity to lead us forward, so much more strength, so much more wealth, so much more. And we're going to take things and we're going to run with them. This is a time where if we don't get in our own way, if we don't trip ourselves up, running with our ideas, looking at them from all different angles, that's going to open up new revenues for revenue, you know, for money. I just hear revenue. And I was like, oh, it opens up different doorways. But no, it opens up more financial security within our lives, which is going to be very, very good, which is always welcome. Now let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of. The subconscious energy we need to be mindful of, the wheel. So there is somebody here who is constantly changing. They're flopping around like a fish. You know, it's like 1 minute they're this way, 1 minute they're that way. And yet I'm just hearing 1 minute they're like this, 1 minute they're like that. And yet they always stink. They're never bringing anything positive to the table. So be mindful of this. They don't have their footing, and they're not going to have their footing for quite some time. And yet, and what they're bringing forward is just, it's uncomfortable. It's like, ew, like, what the heck is this? It moves us then to our subconscious chakra energy, which is inspiration. And this is the sacral chakra. There we go. And this is a sense of being inspired, opening up the doors, seeing things differently. There's a sense really with the Three of Wands it's connecting with. It's like, there's new opportunities here. Don't you see it? Like, there's a new dawn. There's a new horizon. Our subconscious message from our angels and spirit guide is guardian. So take time to become more aware of and prepare for all contingencies that make your home base secure, so you feel safe and protected. And this is just a sense of like being guarded, being structured, being at one with ourselves. It then leads us to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Two of Swords. Avenues are going to open to us that we didn't think of. It's not that we didn't think they were possible. We didn't even think of them. So here, there's going to be more that comes in. There's going to be more that guides us. It's like, oh, wow, I didn't even imagine I could be headed in this direction. And that's why we have such strong student energy. It's kind of like the energy of a child is coming forward that inspires us, that has us looking at things differently. It could even be that our child is having us, or a child is having us look at things differently. And we're like, oh, well, what about this? And oh my gosh, look at that. So it's wonderment like a child that's coming in, that's really going to help us be successful. And then we're going to think, oh my gosh, I'm being so foolish. And we're going to try and cut that down. Don't. Let your wonder, let your creativity, let your spark shine. And then moves us to the messenger of Earth. This is Earth sign energy. This is the Knight of Earth. We're slowly and steadily moving towards prosperity, success, bounty, and we're connecting. We're connecting more. There's such strong Virgo energy here at this time, but we're connecting with more. Don't slow down. It's kind of like we're not going super fast and we're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm dead in the water. No, don't slow down. Don't doubt yourself. Don't get so much in your own head. You're still moving towards success. You're still embracing prosperity. It then leads us to the Ace of Swords, which we take most definitely. Excuse me. We take this gift with the King of Swords, with the Knight of Swords. This is a gift that we are absolutely cutting through doubts and fears and negativity with. We're seeing ourselves more openly and more honestly. We're looking at a bigger picture and we're saying, this is where I need to be. This is where I want to be. This is what I desire. And there's just such a sense of clarity that is coming into our lives. It brings us then to temperance. It brings everything into balance. And it's like, oh, that's the reason why? Like, that's where I was supposed to be? That's what I desire. And it just brings everything back into focus, which is going to be such a beautiful thing for us. It's like, it all becomes clear. It really does. All right. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and the intensity of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer.